Good evening, everyone. I just want to quickly say that I think I was able to deliver a clear message tonight about how the Ontario Greens will fight for fairness in this province after 7 years of Doug Ford failing to address housing, healthcare, education, climate, and affordability concerns of everyday people. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Feel as though you had the chance to go toe-to-toe with the Premier standing right next to you?
On occasions, I certainly did. There were a few times, though, where the Premier just made some false claims about my position on things, and I would have appreciated the opportunity to clarify. For example, he said that nobody on this stage is about lowering taxes. Well, I'm sorry. The Ontario Greens first-time homebuyers plan would lower fees and taxes for starter homes built within existing urban boundaries, saving people up to $150,000. We're also lowering taxes on individuals who are earning under $65,000 and households under $100,000, paid for, and by the way, the only party with a costed platform at this point, paid for by asking the wealthiest in our society to pay a bit more. That's how we create a fair Ontario, and I would have appreciated the opportunity to create a clarification on what I believe was some misrepresentations of our platform.
Your no resonated pretty loudly on the question of building housing on the Greenbelt. Were you satisfied, though, with Mr. Ford's answer to that same question?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was one of the shakiest answers the Premier gave tonight. I don't think he gave a clear answer of whether or not he would consider reopening the Greenbelt for development. And I think at this moment, we need to protect Ontario from Doug Ford and Donald Trump, especially when it comes to protecting our farmland. Now more than ever, we need to ensure our farmland is protected for our food security and to secure our $50 billion food and farming economy that employs over 875,000 jobs. I don't know why the Premier would want to pave that over, and we're going to have to be firm in pushing back against Mr. Trump.
What do you make of Doug Ford not participating in scrums at yet another debate?
Yeah, I think the Premier doesn't want to answer tough questions. And I think the people of Ontario deserve party leaders who are going to be honest, transparent, answer tough questions. That's an important part of the democratic process. And it's unfortunate that the Premier doesn't want to participate in that process and give people honest answers.
Mike, what do you think about, you're the only person who's got a fully costed platform out. What does it say about the other leaders and how they're treating voters?
Yeah, that's exactly why I asked that question is, are any of the other leaders actually going to put forward a costed platform? I think the people of Ontario, with 2 weeks to go here, deserve to know, how are you going to pay for your promises? Are you going to be honest with us about how you're going to be able to implement the things that you're proposing? I think one of the things that really distinguishes the Ontario Green Party's platform, it is all about fairness. Building homes you can afford, lowering taxes on the lowest income and middle income workers, removing fees and taxes for first-time homebuyers. And we're being honest with you. We're asking the wealthiest in our society to pay a bit more, because we have to invest in ensuring that we meet people's affordability challenges, and we have the resources to shore up our public services that have been under attack by the Ford government, healthcare, education, being two at the top of the list.
Mike, just one question about the candidate on Canada Carleton, Dr. Jennifer Purdy. Some people are saying that they have like a long history of anti-Israel and anti-Semitic posts online. Do you have any comments that might affect Jewish voters in this writing?
Yeah, I think it's been very clear, and I've been very clear over and over again, that the Ontario Greens are steadfast in combating anti-Semitism, speaking out against anti-Semitism, and standing in solidarity with the Jewish community, especially as we've seen a rise in hate. One of the things that I take that's very important to me as an MPP and as a party leader is we have to figure out how we combat hate in this province, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, anti-Palestinian racism. We have an obligation as elected officials to ensure that everyone, regardless of their background, their faith, their ethnicity, are safe in Ontario. Great, thanks everyone. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of the campaign as we finish up over these last couple weeks in the snow. I bought new snow boots. Did any of you get all these snow boots?